What do I do now? I can't believe Mara and I were actually found guilty.
Mr. Wright,
Albie,
I saw the whole trial. What's going to happen to Miss Meyer now?
I'm worried about that too. But right now, I need to focus on the next trial.
The murder of Acolyte Zealot, right?
At least the jury's still out on that one, so to speak. The two murders are most likely connected. If I can get to the bottom of Acolyte Zealot's murder, it might give me the ammunition I need to overturn Meyer's guilty verdict. And here was me thinking Mr. Zealot would have been a guilty party in this.
Let me help you investigate. I want to assist you any way I can.
I appreciate it, Albie, but we're talking about a murder.
Yeah, but it's going to be hard for a foreigner to investigate this on his own.
You have a point there. I wish I knew what to do. Oh, are you here to fucking gloat? Isn't that your benevolence? Princess Rafer? Huh? Oh, it's you again. The dead lawyer Walking, guilty of abetting a murderer under the Defence Culpability Act. I see she hasn't lost any of her charm. Why the long face? I thought you'd be glad I was found guilty under the DC Act. Huh. I'm in no mood to take joy in your suffering, for I was unable to defeat you and had to leave the job to others. I failed in my sacred duty as the royal priestess. Guess that answers my question. Well, would you kindly fuck off, then, in that case? All I did was defend my client. I can't bear to see her looking so sad like this, though. You're a better man than me, Phoenix, because your benevolence. Your benevolence? Huh? Oh, barbed head. I thought you'd already begun your journey to the Twilight Realm. I'm not dead yet. I still have an investigation to do for tomorrow's trial. What's this? Do you mean to say you have not given up yet? That's right. I'm going to prove Meyer innocent tomorrow. But why? Why do you refuse to give up? I cannot fathom such obstinacy. Investigate all you want, I care not. You really don't mind? Aren't you worried that a lawyer backed into a corner by the DC Act might do something desperate like forge evidence? What's this? If left unsupervised, I'd be free to do whatever I wanted, you know.
Ugh.
Okay, now to see if she takes the bait. Why do you want her following you, Phoenix? What will that do to help? Yes, I see your point, Barbed Head. Yes. I know what happened yesterday. You perpetrated some sort of fraud or other misdeed while I was not watching. Huh? That explains why I misunderstood the voice of the High Priest, Soul. Yes, of course. That is the only explanation. I was just trying to cheer her up. Now she thinks even less of me. Lesson learned, Phoenix. Don't fucking bring her along. I must not allow you to sully our sacred hall of justice with your misdeeds ever again. Therefore today I will be monitoring your every move once more. I will not fail to spot your misdeeds this time. The moment I see anything out of the ordinary, I will send you straight to prison. And you, boy, do not throw your lot in with the foreign devil.
But your benevolence.
It's okay, Albie. You don't need to worry about me. I'll be back before you know it. But first, I should probably lighten my load a bit. Albie, would you mind holding on to some evidence for me?
Of course not. I'm always glad to help. May the Holy Mother's blessings be upon you.
Now then, seeing the crime's a logical place to start. If I recall correctly, the body was found at the Plaza of Devotion. Looks like the police already finished the investigation. To think someone would be killed here, a place devoted to prayer. A body outline and flowers? Did somebody leave them here in memory of the deceased? And there's something different about the prayer flags today. As the High Priest disciple, Acolyte Zealot was utterly devoted to his training. First the High Priest, now his devoted disciple. Maya Fey will pay for this. As I keep telling you, Maya has nothing to do with any of this. And you can prove this how? What do you think I'm doing here? Gathering dirt and dust? You and your smart mouth. This is precisely why you and your loyal ilk are so reviled. Hey, Mr. Wright. Ah! Finally a friendly face. Emma. It's the detective from your country again. Huh? It's the princess? You seem displeased that I'm here. Oh, no, don't be silly. Mr. Wright, I'm so sorry about what happened to Maya. It's not your fault, Emma. You were just doing your job. And if I'd just done mine... Mr. Wright... It's no use crying over spilt milk. Would you mind telling me what you know about the murder? To do or die in court tomorrow. Literally. Gladly, I'll help you in any way I can. Remember, I have my eyes on the both of you. See to it that you commit no misdeeds. Of course not! You're talking to a professional here. Let's see. How about starting with an overview of what happened? Sure. The victim is Prey Zealot. Here's the High Priest disciple. His body was discovered around noon today, right after the rite wrapped up. So during the High Priest's murder trial?
That's right. Apparently you'd been there praying since the day before the rite even started. Talk about serious devotion.
Yeah, I bet it lasted a few minutes.
This was a picture of Mr. Zealot's body.
That dagger in his upper back looks like it would have been particularly painful. Huh. Is that a tattoo on the back of his neck? It's peach-shaped.
Everyone started leaving when the praying was finally done, but the victim remained bent over in prayer, and when they went over to check on him,
They discovered he was dead, right?
aye, the estimated time of death is the May 9th, sometime between the start of the rite and the discovery of the High Priest's body. In other words, we believe the crime took place during the purification rite, and the murder weapon is the same ceremonial dagger that killed the High Priest. The prosecution believes Moya came down from the stairs after killing the High Priest, and then stabbed Mr. Zealot with the same dagger.
Circumstantial evidence does point to Maya, but what about the cause of death?
He apparently died instantly from the dagger that was left thrust into his upper back. Here's the autopsy report. Estimated time of death, you say? How can you know such a thing? I want to know. Well, Bob, head out with it. Oh, so the Princess of the Spirit Medium Kingdom is interested in forensic science? I have no interest in science, forensic or otherwise. Nevertheless, I will someday be queen. As such, it would be wise to know what silly things the common folk believe in. There's no silly about it. I'll have you know even Prosecutor Sabmardi holds forensics in high regard. Does he? Perhaps I should not underestimate the power of science. Still, I suppose it is nothing much compared to the divination science. She really doesn't have an adorable bone in her body.
Emma, I think she's actually interested. Would you mind explaining it to her?
I guess I have to now. Okay, there's many ways to determine the time of death, but the most well-known method uses the change in body temperature. Interesting. Body temperature drops at a steady rate from the moment a person dies. That means we can tell how long someone's been dead by measuring their temperature. I see. That's quite enlightening. Bobbed head, present your forehead now.
What? Why?
You feel just a little over 95 degrees. It seems you are not dead yet. Of course I'm not! It is but a jest. After all, you are still the dead lawyer walking.
I fail to see the humour in any of this. Were there any witnesses? There's so many people here at the plaza, you'd think somebody would have seen something.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But we haven't found a single witness. How's that even possible? Because everyone was bent over, utterly devoted in prayer, naturally.
Right, it's the back-shattering pose that nearly killed me. Still, you'd think someone would have noticed something.
I thought so too, but with the monk's scarf he had on, no one could see the dagger in his upper back. Plus everyone was so absorbed in their own prayers they didn't see or hear anything.
I can't believe this.
What you choose to believe is your choice, but the fact remains there are no witnesses. However, there is one piece of irrefutable evidence, the dagger. Sadly, yes.
Ah.
Can you tell me about the murder weapon? The killer used the Warbad dagger, the legendary weapon of Lady Kira. It was discovered impaled in the victim's upper back. The accused's fingerprints were found on the dagger, were they not? They were. With such irrefutable evidence, there is no questioning the accused's guilt.
Not so fast. What about motive? Maya had no reason to kill Acolyte Zealot.
What did the police think about this matter?
Maya had no reason to kill Acolyte Zealot.
So you say, but let us now hear what the police think on the matter. The police believe Maya is Lady Kira figure who's been battling the rebels. And since Mr. Zealot was the disciple of the High Priest, who turned out to be a rebel, he too was likely a rebel and therefore met the same untimely demise as his teacher. Aye, that's how the police currently view the crime. There's no way Maya's that Lady Kira vigilante. I agree on a personal level, but the police are just going with what today's trial concluded. Ugh. I really blew it in court today. Acolyte Zealot died bent over in prayer. There's no trace of blood on the ground, though. The fact that so little bleeding could mean it was a single stab to a vital point. Not that it would have been very difficult considering the position he was in. So these flowers were left here in memory of Acolyte Zealot. What are they called? They are known as Namana, and they are given to express sorrow when a life is lost. It seems offering flowers in memory of the dead is a universal practice. Acolyte Zealot was killed in a prayer pose, with his head bent over like that. The last thing he saw must have been this rug. It is a prayer rug woven by devout monks. May the Holy Mother's blessing be upon his departed soul. It's strange there's no bloodstains, though. Perhaps it was so cold his blood froze, or it was absorbed by his vestment. It is pretty cold. Maybe the blood really could just freeze inside his body. Albie said these are called prayer flags. The prayers written on them are carried throughout the Kingdom of Motherwind. Now, if I were to pray for something, it would be for me to not get dragged into any more trouble than I'm already in. To think I would witness a lawyer being allowed to pass through this sacred gate. Yeah, well, I wouldn't unless I had to. Those stairs were brutal to climb. What's this? Do you even know how many monks would give their lives to pass through that gate? Be thankful for the great honour you had been afforded. Yes, your benevolence. This prayer flag looks much newer than the rest. Your benevolence, what does this say here? Dearest wishes of our subjects are written upon these prayer flags. Reading the prayers of others is considered rude, but if you must know, it says, at the usual spot, bring grub, the keys too. Huh. That is one of the more direct and practical prayers I've ever seen.
I wonder if that's even a prayer. Okay. That message on the prayer flag seems a little weird, but I think I've seen everything there is to see around here.
You have not found or heard anything of particular worth. Are you ready to give up?
No, I'm not calling it quits yet.
Does it look like you have any hope of winning, Mr. Wright?
Emma, I can't really say at this point. All I know is I have to keep investigating.
What are you two sneaks up to? I would advise you to get back to work if you are done here, Detective. Otherwise, I'll report you to Prosecutor Samadi for dereliction of duty. I'm going. See you later, Mr. Wright, and good luck.
I should really pay a visit to everyone and every place connected with this case. Hello, I'm sorry to bother you again, but...
Oh, it's you. Bobhead. You are not contemplating casting suspicion upon Lady Believe, are you? She lost her beloved husband, and now Acolyte Zealot, who was like a son to her.
Of course I'm not. But since she was so close to both victims, I wanted to hear what she had to say.
Very well.
And then there's the fact Lady Kira didn't attack Mrs. Inmee. That probably means she isn't a rebel.
Is this about poor Puree? I'm sorry, but I don't think I can talk about that right now.
What about Maya? She's innocent.
Maya? I heard she was found guilty. First my dear husband, and now Puree.
Mrs. Inmee, you don't really believe Maya's the killer, do you?
I don't know. Well, that was the verdict, so what else can I believe? What am I to do?
The verdict was already reached in your husband's case, but the truth of the matter is yet to be found.
How can you be so sure?
Because I believe that Maya is innocent. That is all I have right now, my faith in her. So please, help me understand what happened.
So you're defending her based solely on faith? Even though you'll be punished for abetting the accused?
That's right.
All right then. Your faith has moved me. I'll tell you what I can. Are you sure about this, Lady Believe? My lovely wife is also a devout follower of Koreanism. As such, she is not one to make light of another's faith. But if I find you have lied about your faith in Maya Fey's innocence, I shall curse your entire family and your disciples for the next 8 generations.
Hey, leave Athena and Apollo alone, buddy. Disciples, right. I thought they were making a very egregious error about the relation of Apollo and Athena there. How did Acolyte Zealot end up living here as your husband's disciple?
About 2 years ago, while my husband was at a spiritual retreat in the mountains, he came across Parade collapsed on the ground. That's when he brought him here. You always want to help those in need, won't you, dear?
And he'd been living here ever since. 2 years ago, same time Maya arrived in Karayan.
Yes. He was born in a poor village and had nowhere to call home. My husband felt pity for the boy and took him in as his disciple. But not only as his disciple, he was like a member of the family too.
I see. If this is where Acolyte Zealot lived, there might be something I could learn about him lying around here. A magnificent altar.
Of course it's magnificent. It's for the Holy Mother after all.
Is she that faceless figure there? We know this routine. We've done this before. Okay, this is info.
Barbed-head, it appears you're quite fond of rummaging through the garbage.
I just thought there might be some other more important piece of evidence in here.
Oh, is that right?
Look, I'm not doing this for fun, really. Doesn't look like there's anything else of interest in here. A photo of the High Priest, his wife, Acolyte Zealot, and Maya. Since Maya's in it, it must have been taken the day before the rite. I should ask Mrs. Inman about it.
To think this should be their final family photo. That no good Maya Fey has some nerve. I mean, here she is posing with the 2 men whom she would soon kill.
I beg to differ. I see this photo as proof she didn't kill them.
The smile of hers does not fool me. I sense a deep and abiding malice behind it.
I'll prove my smile's the real deal. Check the chest. Never heard of Croydon. Yeah. If I can fast forward this, then it's the one I've seen before as well. Yep. Okay. Here we go. Can I ask you about this photo?
It was taken during the Feast of Blessings, the day before the rite was held.
The Feast of Blessings? Would you mind telling me a little more about that?
This photo was taken during the Feast of Blessings.
Feast of Blessings?
Yes, it is forbidden to eat during the days of the rite, so the day before it's performed, we enjoy dishes full of gingilly.
Gingil, I think that is actually.
Gingil, an herb that is known to strengthen the body and the mind. You loved the gingil based dishes I made, didn't you, dear?
Gingil. I heard you can go 3 days without sleeping after eating some.
Yes, but many foreigners don't care for it because of its strong smell. Our customs say these dishes can only be eaten the day before the purification rite, and only between noon and 3 p.m.
That's very specific. Is it because the smell is too strong?
A very good guess indeed. It is to ensure the smell is gone by the time Lady Kira is welcomed the next day.
Wow, is it really that strong? Come to think of it, the evening before the murder, an overwhelming odour was all over town, like a cross between garlic and mint.
After the Feast of Blessings, Pere went over to the plaza to begin his supplication. I never thought it would be the last time I would see him.
What was Maya doing at the time?
Shortly after Pere left, she went to the temple to prepare for the rite. I don't know what she did after that.
So Acolyte Zealot went out to pray the afternoon before the rite. According to the newspaper, on the day before the rite, the plaza was so cold the whole place had iced over.
Pere always prayed a lot, far more than anyone I'd ever known. He was a devout young man whose faith was twice as strong as others.
I don't know why, but that's kind of intimidating to me. I thought I'd have made some progress by now, but I haven't come across any particularly insightful information even here.
You seem disappointed.
Mrs. Inmee, is there anything else you could tell me?
Forgive me, but if I keep thinking about those two any longer...
Bughead. Yes, I understand. Thank you for your help. I'm sorry to have troubled you.
We have paid a visit to all the people and places connected with this case. I think it's about time you prepared yourself for the inevitable, don't you?
Maya sure looks tired. I'm so sorry, Maya. I failed to defend you during that trial earlier today.
I'm sorry too, Nick. I never meant to get caught up in this whole mess. Even worse, I got you caught up in it too. And you were convicted under that stupid law. Nick, you really should withdraw from this case.
It's a bit late for that, Maya. I'm already been convicted.
Maybe they'll even commute your sentence if you do.
I could never abandon you like that. You might not believe me, but I'm going to pull off a win somehow.
It's not like I don't believe in you, it's just...
Don't worry. Maybe this extra day in court is a blessing from the Holy Mother. Let's use it to our advantage. We'll turn this trial inside out and upside down. You'll see.
Okay.
You're awfully quiet, Your Benevolence.
It is only a matter of time until your executions are carried out. I simply thought I would allow you two a good talk before you depart from this world.
Sorry, but we're not giving up yet, and we won't till the bitter end.
There is no need to put on a brave face. Your fates were sealed with today's verdict. Worry not of Maya Fey. The Twilight Realm will cleanse the taint from that near a fate prediction. That near fate practitioner's soul. Then perhaps the Holy Mother may finally forgive her.
Wait. Was that her attempt at comforting me?
Barbed head, further resistance shall come to naught. Stop your desperate struggle. Accept the judgment that has been passed upon you.
She obviously doesn't know me very well.
Then perhaps your sentence will be communicated. Hold it right there, Your Benevolence. Why do you always have to be like that?
Maya, what are you...
What is the matter? I was simply showing some mercy upon your souls. Nick here is risking his life to defend me. And that is why I told you it will come to... No, it won't. Nick is just doing what lawyers are supposed to do, defending his client no matter what. Enough. There is no place for lawyers in the Hall of Justice, for we have the divination seance. But your insights were wrong.
Oh boy, that's gotta hurt.
Don't you get it? Errors are bound to happen if your insights are accepted without question. I ask you, Royal Priestess, what is your true duty? Do the victims' souls of the Holy Mother herself wish you to judge people in error? You dare bring Her Holiness' name into this? You know nothing, you phony baloney.
Please, you two, enough already. Put the handbags away.
Sorry, Nick. I got a little carried away. That's not really like me, huh?
No, I should be thanking you, Ma. It's good to have you in my corner.
How dare you mock me so? You will not get away with this. I was a fool to show you compassion, and to think I could convince you to accept your fate. Struggle all you want in the Hall of Justice tomorrow. You will receive your just deserts, and the scorn of our kingdom is heaped upon you.
I can see right through that contorted smile on your face, you know. Oh, she may say these terrible things, but it's just the way she's been raised, I guess. Can you try to remember what happened one more time?
I've been trying as hard as I can, but I can't remember anything from the middle of the ride onward.
Right. You suddenly felt sleepy and everything after that's a blank.
Even so, I didn't kill anyone, and I'm not going around dressed like Lady Kira. Although it is kind of cool to think there's a mysterious female vigilante out there.
Right. Were you close to Acolyte Zealot?
We met several times during the meetings about the rite, but I didn't know him very well. He seemed really quiet.
Didn't you eat together the day before the rite?
Yeah, we ate this one super stinky dish, but it was actually really good. I wasn't sure I'd like it, but it was love at first bite. Like, you know the salty noodles at Eldoons? It's like if you added garlic and herbs to that and then let it simmer for a really long time.
Sounds more like a hot pot than a ramen to me at that point.
Oh, now I miss ramen too.
So what was Acolyte Zealot like while you were eating?
He seemed to be enjoying the food, but as soon as we were done, he left to go pray.
And what did you do?
I returned to the temple to prepare for the rite.
That coincides with Ms. Inmi's description of events. Any idea who might be pretending to be Lady Kira?
When the rite started, it was just me and Abbot Inmi.
But the seance vision showed a third figure who looked like Lady Kira.
I know. Lady Kira. I wish I could have seen her in the flesh.
Yeah. Let's say focus on the case, shall we? It was supposed to have been impossible for a third party to enter the inner sanctum.
But what if she came from the sky, you know, like the bushy-bearded paratrooper? The man would have been no match for Lady Kira's wings.
That's from the Plume Punisher TV show, right?
How do you know?
Because the real Lady Kira doesn't have wings.
Oh, I've got it this time. There must be a secret room with a secret door in the inner sanctum. You know there are 88 secret Plume Punisher bases here in Karian?
Can we please stop talking about the Plume Punisher show for a sec, Maya?
I guess so. Keeping it real is much harder than it looks.
Well, I should get going now.
Sorry I wasn't any help.
Don't worry, I've got this. We'll beat the charges tomorrow and be on the first plane back home before you know it. Then we'll go grab dinner at Eldoons, or your favourite burger joint. You pick. Ah, they remembered the burger thing. Well done.
Sounds good. I think I got the extra large Hamburg steak topping from on my salty bowl. Best of both worlds.
You can have whatever you like. But first I have to beat the charges.
Ah, I almost forgot.
What is it?
I have a favour to ask.
Okay, but why are we whispering?
I forgot I left something at the High Priest's house. It's super important. Would you mind getting it and holding on to me?
Sure, what's this super important thing?
In my bag, you'll find a folding book. It's only given to the priestess who performs the rite, called the Toe of Secrets.
That does sound important. How do you leave something like that just lying around? That explains all the whispering. If Rafa found out, all hell would break loose.
It's got Lady Kira's real name written in it, so... Oh, don't tell anyone I told you that. In fact, forget I said anything at all. It's supposed to be secret.
The Tome of Secrets contains secrets. Imagine that.
What are you two whispering about?
Nothing. Maya said she forgot something, and I told her I'd go get it.
You are up to something. I know it. Thanks, Nick. I'm counting on you.
Hello? Anybody home? answer. Mrs. Imley's probably out right now. Well, I'll just get what I came for.
I am watching you like a warbird, Bardhead. You'd better not steal anything.
I would never do something like that. I'm just here to get what Maya asked for.
Then get on with it.
I would if you stopped interrupting me. Ah, here's Maya's bag.
What's that strange patch on her back?
It's the Steel Samurai, the hero of an action show back in my country. It's actually Maya's favourite show. She's got all sorts of merchandise related to it.
I see. It looks strikingly similar to the Plume Punisher.
They are similar, but Steel Samurai definitely came first.
I see. How interesting.
Rayford seems genuinely intrigued. There must be a common thread between Plume Punisher and Steel Samurai fans. To think of it, didn't Maya mention something about trading with a Plume Punisher fan? But I digress. I better find what she asked me to look for and get going. Let's see here. This must be that Tome of Secrets that Maya was talking about.
Well, Bardhead, are you finished now?
Hold on a second, string around it's come undone. Oops. Oh.
You fool! Do not lay eyes upon it! Put it away quickly before we go blind!
Really? Relax, my hand just slipped.
This is the Tome of Secrets. Are you trying to get us cursed? Lady Kira is liable to swoop down and gouge our eyes out.
Alright, the book is related to Lady Kira, isn't it? Your Benevolence, would you mind if I ask you some questions?
Huh. This is not something I would normally speak about to an outsider such as you.
Well, can we make an exception?
If you insist. Nanya? What of this folding book? Yes, I see. This very important term is bestowed upon the priestess in the purification rite.
Very important. What's written inside?
Yes, I see. Really? Is it alright to reveal that?
Your Benevolence?
Patience! The book contains Lady Kira's true name.
Her true name? Is a name really that important of a secret?
To a Coronis priestess, a person's name is one of the most important things to know.
What's so important about her name?
Without a name, a priestess's voice will fail to reach a person's mitma. It is much like trying to send a letter without a recipient's address. A spirit can only be identified once you know the deceased's face and name.
Oh, I get it. It's like when you see someone in a crowd you recognise but don't know their name. It makes it impossible to get their attention.
Indeed. You must know a spirit's face and true name before you can commune with it. It is the same for the Corionism's most secret art, the one my mother may alone use.
The Queen has a secret art.
Huh. It is something a foreigner such as yourself could never hope to guess.
I've got a pretty good idea, actually. I should pretend this is all new to me. Besides, I get the feeling she secretly really wants to tell me all about it. Could you tell me about this secret art of the Queen you spoke? Come again? Oh, sorry, maybe we shouldn't talk about this. It is a secret after all, right? It is the secret art of spirit channeling, but I suppose those words are meaningless to you. I'm just surprised how willing you are to tell me about it. A third-rate lawyer could not channel spirits by simply hearing of the technique. Third-rate's a bit harsh, but even settle for second. What is it? You have the look of a tentacled hag frog upon your face. What the fuck is a tentacle hag frog? Spirit channeling. It's where a medium lets a spirit possess her body to return to our world, right? Well now, I see you have done your homework. I guess I studied a bit. With the power of a spirit channeling, one can even bring back the most ancient of spirits. It is quite a magnificent power, is it not? I've never seen her eyes light up like this before. I imagine they're pretty shocked when they come back from the ancient times. Indeed. A spirit's memory is cut off at the moment of death. Even a spirit that's brought back after centuries doesn't sense any gap in time between the moment of its death and the... I read that wrong. So, even a spirit that's brought back after centuries doesn't sense any gap between the moment of death and the moment it's channeled? Yes, and yet it clearly recalls all of the memories it had in life. Thus, even heroes and scholars of antiquity can be channeled and directly learned from. Our queens have also used this power to help the rulers of neighbouring lands seek counsel. That is why we have never been invaded and how we have maintained our unique culture. So spirit chat is a really effective tool for international politics. It is indeed. That is why only those with the power to channel spirits may rule our kingdom. But of late, there has been an endless influx of illegal immigrants from neighbouring lands. The fools come seeking the same great power as my mother. Illegal immigrants? Yes, it is becoming quite a problem. Some have lost their way in life and look to Quarianism for their salvation. Among them are also those of dubious nature who have been driven from their own lands. Dubious nature, driven from their own lands. Gaspar Payne definitely fits that bill. But they sure weren't treating him like an illegal alien. Can you channel spirits, your benevolence? I am but the royal priestess. There is still much that I must learn. As of now, the divination science takes me to the very limit of my ability. So the spiritual power doesn't measure up to Maya's. You were just mocking me in your mind, weren't you? Don't be ridiculous. It's written all over your face, you impotent nincompoop. The divination science was one of the most important roles fulfilled by the Queen. That is what my mother taught me when I was little. So the Queen can perform the dance of devotion. That'd be a sight to see. Someday I will be a powerful priestess and queen like my mother. And the divination science is a vital part of my training to prepare me for that day. Forgive my ignorance, your benevolence. Huh. You shall see. It will not be long before I, too, master the art of spirit channeling. I will be a magnificent queen who unites her people for the greater good in Quarian. Now I see. Spirit channeling is something she really aspires to. It looks like she actually has something in common with Maya.
Are you quite through now? There are more important things to do than stand here and talk about spirit channeling.
That's true. It doesn't have anything to do with this case as far as I can tell. Or does it? If the Queen is a spirit medium...
Are you about to suggest my mother was channeling Lady Kira?
I guess you saw that one coming.
Ha! Lawyers are indeed a witless breed. On the day of the rite, my mother was engaged in other duties at the palace.
Of course.
My mother's a very busy woman, and the idea itself is preposterous. Do you truly believe the Queen of Khura'in would personally battle the insurgents? This is precisely what makes you third-rate.
Ugh. Another dead end. This is bad. Anyway, I need to continue looking for leads, so... Over there, after him, don't let him escape.
What's all that racket? What? The escaped prisoner surfaced here in town?
Escaped prisoner? You mean the guy with the bushy beard?
There is no reason to panic. The police are on his trail.
He's no longer a suspect, but he might know something considering he was at the scene of the crime. Let's go take a look.
Wait!